We all share the same earth and sky, and the map is not the territory. So imagine you're driving in New York City and you're using your GPS. You don't know New York, so you're just trying the best of your ability to get wherever you're trying to go. Keanakuna Books on 6th Avenue and Avenue of the Americas. And want to get some pens. And you can't seem to get where you're going because what actually happened was, even though your Google Maps or your Apple Maps is taking you to the address that you put in, whatever happened for whatever reason on that day, the data that was being pulled from the Apple or the Google server was map data for Baltimore City or Seattle, Washington, or Los Angeles, California. And so while you're desperately trying to follow what's on the screen because you're so committed to, I got a smartphone, I know it's got to be right, you have bad map data. And so you want to get to Keanakuna Books on 6th Avenue and Avenue of the Americas, but you're not very likely to get there because the map doesn't match the physical territory that you're operating in. The invitation is to take this analogy and bring it into our reality. That we have these psychological maps, and what leads to a lot of suffering is that our psychological map doesn't match the territory of reality. And so there's this thing that we can do. In neurolinguistic programming, it's called bending the map. That we're not accepting life on life's terms, so we're trying to turn things into what it's not. And the more that we turn things into what it's not, the more we expand and extend unmanageability for ourselves and other people. And so the map data that most of us used has been our childhood conditioning, the way we were raised, the way people interacted with us. And we're really committed to, this should happen, and why isn't this, and why isn't that, and I'm going to figure it out, and yada, 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 yada. And so, because we're bending the map of reality, trying to make reality fit these mental subjective maps that we're carrying in our head, we're just doing the same things over and over again, simply on a different day, never getting a different result. Not really. And if you don't believe that, how are things working out for you? Really, really, really. Or is your anxiety, is it better or is it worse? Do you love yourself less or do you love yourself more? Is happiness based on the number that is in your checking account? Or is your happiness based on how many times someone says, I love you, I love you, I love you. Here, let me hold you up and be the vertical of your spine. Or is it self acceptance? Zazen, sitting in physical, mental, emotional, spiritual harmony, alignment, helps us to notice fact from fiction, reality from thought maps that we're using in the conditioning, attempting to guide our life. And Zen functionally throws out the map. And you're like, well, if I get rid of the map, what do I have? your values, your vows, navigating present moment experience. For me, that's kindness, friendliness, which is my personal definition for happiness, goodwill, generosity, love, compassionate action, integrity, responsibility, and just using that in each moment as reality is presenting itself in this here now. Now, that can be scary to say all those things that you've just heard from me, but these aren't philosophies. This is my experience. And so the invitation for you is for 2 hours, take the maps and throw them away. You can pick them up later. It'll be okay. They'll still be there. Because really, it's all in here. You know, it's the survival mind that's creating, it's the map maker, uh, emeritus. It's just always doing shit because if it wasn't doing shit in our head, what else would it do anyway? And so, without using the thought maps to navigate reality, use reality as this opportunity to engage our values with authenticity and integrity without running away from our values, without negating our values, without second guessing our values, and see if we travel lighter with less unmanageability, with less suffering, and less anxiety. Be well.